Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 7th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com right here for more awesome YouTube readers. But let's see what's going on for you this week. And I would say, let's see, hold on. Yeah, very interesting. And it's interesting because, let's see, I think a lot of you are going to get a second chance on some sort of disappointment that maybe you've had recently, but let's talk about that. You start off with the Queen of Hearts. Very good card for more love coming in and also feeling more nurtured and things like that. So that could mean different things for different people as well. It could represent a relationship for some of you, could represent more friends for some of you, or more time with friends and things like that. Again, it's going to be different for everybody, but it is just a card of kind of more nurturing feelings coming into you, which is nice. And it can represent relationships like opening up to you as well. I do feel like for a small percentage of you, or maybe a large percentage of you, but I feel like some of you Geminis maybe have come off a relationship with a fire sign, and maybe maybe that's affecting you deeply and you're still holding on to that. I would say, try to let that go. Especially if you're one of those Geminis who's been in a relationship with a fire sign, I'd say try to let that go, because it does feel like some of you are stuck on that. But for the rest of you, like I said, and for all of you, really, this card can represent love opening up and new people coming into your life. So I really like to see that for you. Next, I'm going to pull these two together. You have the Tower and the Nine of Spades coming in here. People always panic with the Tower and always get worried. I actually don't think it's that bad of a card. I actually like the Tower. I think it's a really good card to get in a lot of ways because, first off, the Tower is a lightning bolt striking the top of the tower that's falling off. The story is that the top of that tower needs to fall off anyway because it's like weak and then broken and all this other stuff. So it's like, when a tower happens to you, it's like you're losing a part of you that you need to lose anyway. Like it's got to go. So sometimes it comes about as a disaster or something like that. But really, to me, it's like a light bulb moment. The lightning bolt is like a flash of inspiration or a flash of knowledge or something like that coming in that allows you to move past something, that allows you to get rid of something and things like that. So to me, it's like a really good card. Nine of Spades, very, very similar to the Tower card. It's like it can be a card of disappointments and things like that, but it's always a blessing in disguise. Nine of Spades is a blessing in disguise, something good happening after, some difficulties and things like that. So I feel like a lot of you maybe are have been going through a Tower-like moment. I don't really think that this is going to kind of like strike this week. Like, I think you've been going through some loss and some regrets and things along those lines. So, like I said, I think it's more of a process. It's not so much a, like one like strike necessarily, like it here on the Tower card. The good news is I think a lot of you are getting a second chance at a lot of things. You have the Three of Clubs, represent second chances and things like that coming to you. So after a great loss or, feeling like you lost a chance at something or somebody and things like that, I do think a lot of you are getting a second chance. I do feel like this second chance comes with some conditions though. I think this second chance, if it's about relationships, if you recently lost a relationship or something, this card doesn't say it's going to be the same relationship. It says that you need to go find somebody new. It's giving you a second chance at somebody new. If it's like a business or a job that you lost, it says, you're going to get a second chance at something very similar, but it needs to be new. It can't be the same old job. Like sometimes when the Three of Clubs comes up, it says it could be the same person, it could be the same job. But this time I think it's saying something new is coming in for a lot of you, especially after a great loss and things like that. Next, you have the Five of Clubs, a great card of adventure and going on adventures and things like that. Could say that some of you need a vacation, you need a break from things, and some of you could be going on a break and things like that. But very good card for travel, but also a great card for taking new risks, stepping off into new journeys and things along those lines as well. So I definitely encourage a lot of you to, if you've lost something, to go for something new. Also a great card for learning, by the way, just as a side note, for learning new things and taking classes and things like that are highlighted under this card. So if you're doing those things, this is a great card for that. Next, a lot of, you show up as the King of Spades this week. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. I don't attach sex to my cards. But the King of Spades is a great way to show up. It represents the fact that you've actually learned from your difficulties, you've learned from your problems, and, now you're ready to kind of like start something new. It's a very good card. It's a card of mastery. It's also a card of justice. So if there have been any injustices, done against you, this is a great card of justice and kind of things going more your way. But it's only because you've kind of like worked on yourself. So very good card there. And at the end here, you have the Jack of Clubs. For some of you, I think that this combination is representing a relationship with a fire sign that you're not letting go of. Again, for just some of you. And for the rest of you, I think this is a great card of looking into the future and planning the future and getting some things that you want in the future as well. So it's a great card of working and working towards goals and things. So I really like to see that for you as well. But it looks like a good week, even with the tower. Again, I feel like that's a process. I think you've been going through this like tower-like process and things like that. So to me, I just feel like it's no surprise to a lot of you. I think a lot of you have been going through like loss and losing things. So I don't think I think it's just representing the time and things like that. But looks good. So thank you for watching and enjoy your week.